Alright, hello everyone, Soul Super 17 here. Let me first, like usual, I do not own this picture, and this is not a paid video. Alright, okay, so, let's just get this started. This is part, 3, and last time we left off was just simple. Sun Jin Woo was introduced, because with all these other gods, like Hermes, is there. So, this is where kind of a lot of the things are going to be opening up, but basically, there's gonna be probably even some more powers I'm gonna get. It's just not gonna be like for right away. So, yeah. What else I want to say? Oh yeah. So there's gonna be a certain power I'm gonna be rolling for, and I would basically tell you what's the roll, because it's gonna be out of 3 tries. All right. So yeah, this power will basically be the Uno reverse card to everything. I'm not gonna say what, but hopefully this will basically come in handy. But right now, yeah, let's just start because of just a gate open, basically the dungeon Sun Jin Woo made, and yeah, I'm gonna have I basically got Chakra now, Karama, Blacksmith abilities, Minecraft. Oh, by the way, Minecraft, creative mode, not OP. I'm not immortal. I can still get hurt in it. But I technically, if I have creative mode, I'm also got spectate mode, which that is still exactly the same way, since it doesn't basically, will make me not seen and let me face through stuff. But here's the thing. I am not going to be floating. I am just going to, aim. I can basically go through anywhere I walk. As long as I'm on a surface, I basically will have to, say if I want to, go down, I have to think of walking down and stuff like that. I am not able to basically, fly upwards or such. It's only if I'm going, I'm underground, if I want to fly up to, to the surface, then I can. But if I want to go up in the air, I can't. Because I probably get enough of those abilities to fly, so we don't need another one. So, yeah. What else? Blacksmithing, green arrows, basically skill set. A whole bunch of fighting techniques. So, stealth, a lot basically, stuff I already have, but you know what I mean. But anyways, let's just get into this. So yeah, basically, it's right when I entered the dungeon. I'm basically, looking around, and it is, actually, I thought it was going to be a forest. No, it's a cave. I'm like, huh? So, this is just a... I should have figured as much. But 2 different creatures are basically here. The wolves and the goblins. Hopefully it ain't too bad here. Basically, Karama would say, we both know you can take these creatures out very quickly. I'm like, right. Hey, Great Sage. So basically, Great Sage answers, like, what is it? Like, basically, what's the calculation to be of, it's only those 2 monsters? She goes, out of 100? I'm like, yeah. The probability of being 25 to 25 out of 100. Got it. She goes, yep. I'm like, thanks. Well, let's go through it. So basically, I'm going through the dungeon. And, well, right away, it seems like there's not really that many creatures. But I get the feeling I'm still being watched. I have my 2 daggers out, and my bow is on my back. So, I'm basically thinking, okay, come on. So, what happens is very simple. I start to hear something. I start to hear the sound of something flapping. And I'm like, oh, why did it have to be bats? Because it could be birds or bats. And if I'm in a cave, it's gonna be bats. So, yeah, these bad creatures, let me just give you a quick description of how I can imagine them. Big ears, basically sharp fangs, medium size. They do have this weird substance coming off of them. And, well, there's more than one. As I'm looking at basically real quick at the Sun Jin Woo, basically, player, stats. My stats, since I basically had all human strength, speed, agility, intelligence up, and durability, it's gonna be out of 100 to maybe 200. I want to make it 400, but I thought that would be too much. So it's 200. And I'm thinking, okay, that's a lot of freaking stats for me. So, I literally look at basically the bats and just grin, and like, alright then, let's see if you guys can keep up. As I literally just run towards them, and, well, they get cut into pieces. So after that, after I'm done in a matter of seconds, I'm like, too easy. No, I shouldn't get cocky. Just because I have sonic speed doesn't mean eventually I'll be able to basically kill everything here. This is basically 2 dungeons at once. No, it could be a double dungeon. It's just one big giant dungeon. But that's 2 different dungeons combined into one. Right? Ugh, shit my head. I just need to stop thinking about that. Focus. But first, as I literally basically go back into the upgrade, I go back into that time I get reincarnated as a slime skill for Rimuru. Because that's what I mostly know. I'm like, okay, let's see. After I got basically everything resistance that Rimuru had, I don't have Predator. I don't have Mimic. And I don't even have the ability to basically add new skills. Wait, why the heck is that a skill? It's a side. God. Oh, you know what? Whatever. It wasn't gonna be that easy. I should have realized. So I guess I get those 2. As I literally use Predator to basically eat all of the bats. They're around 15. And I think I only level up about 3 times since they were level 6 each. And I'm like, huh. Okay, so I got 3 ability points 3 stat points to be put in. Okay, so since I have a lot of strength, and basically becoming a Shadow Monarch is basically what I'm going to become, I basically start putting in, okay, 3, so basically I put, 6 in. And I have 3 more, so I put, the rest in sense and dexterity. Wait, then I look at it, my sense is only, it's only at least an 89. Then I basically look at Naruto's sense and ability, in the Naruto section, and I'm like, oh, so my sense and ability is only at level 1. Huh. So I do go back and put the rest of the 3 in the sensing, and then basically upgrade at least the sensing ability to level 2. I'm like, I'm gonna save the rest for anything else right now. So I basically walk forward. Not even 10 minutes later, goblins and wolves come at me again. I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Alright. Literally, twirl the dagger around my fingers, and then just run in. And, well, I run in and start slashing through them, heck, even kick at one, and then even, right when basically one's about to hit me, dodge, but grab and use Predator on the wolf, basically. I do realize then, I basically hear I did remember that, oh crap, the skills I would have gotten from okay, I'll look at it later. I'm an idiot. So yeah, so basically though, right when I'm basically about to be surrounded by wolves, like, and some goblins were throwing their spears at me, I would try and move fast enough for time to move slow, but I want to test something out. So I go like, time stop! As everything stops. And I'm like, okay. Whew. That's a little more easy. So, back with the actual, basically, gods, where Luna's in the room, she goes, do I really have to be here with you guys? And like, whichever one was like, for now, yes. In which she just sighs. Which basically Sun Jin-woo basically is going like, huh, I didn't really think he basically could stop time. Which basically Luna goes like, yep, he can do that now. He goes, It also seems like he basically got the sprint ability without him knowing. Which she goes, huh? Well, he basically used Predator, so basically when he dodged attack, he probably already got a few of his own skills being added to him. She goes, what? Basically, Sanjin will just look at her and goes like, I know you basically made this for him, but if it's basically to have some of my power, I'm basically altering it to where some things will, as you know, already change. Or being added that only he will have, instead of like me. So the sprint is something we both could have, but his critical strike could be a punch, instead of a dagger. Which she's just not an okay. And then he goes, another thing that could be different is, well, how should I say this? And he just kind of just sighs again and be like, it's hard to explain right now. There's no, a lot of our abilities could be different. And she goes, how? I mean, it's not like it's gonna be hard, right? He just says, well, he doesn't have any bloodlust yet, or basically flashing strike or light slash. Yeah, to make a few examples. She goes, I don't think you had those. He just shrugged, be like, hey, I'm just saying, using them as examples. He could have them eventually, but he doesn't. Which she just kind of nods. So, basically, she just wants me to be out of there real quick moment. Looking back at it. So, yeah. Just give me a minute, guys. Basically, yeah, but Sun Jin-woo basically say thinking of more than one thing. Because, as he said, even though he doesn't have what I basically said, he basically knows I would not basically have his actual, how should I say, passive ones. Like Courage of the Weak or Temporary of Will. You know, all that. I won't have. So he's trying to basically figure out what I'm going to do. To see what I'm basically capable of. So yeah, so meanwhile, while they were talking, yeah, I basically just slashed all of the monsters, and then basically after they're dead, I start leveling. I basically get like, at least there was like 30 wolves and around 29 goblins. Basically, they're the wolves with the fangs that are metal, and then I basically see an inventory full. I'm like, what the? Huh? Rare? Well, not rare, but common items? Wolf's fangs? Oh, yeah, these are the red wolves with basically the teeth. Huh. Okay, so, what did I get from the goblins? Some random trinkets? Even some broken daggers? I could probably melt them down in my forge. Okay, so, I mean, I don't think no goblins have anything I can use from Predator. But let's see what I got, basically. As I go into the skill, and then basically the skill is added. Well, basically from the, into the skill that allows me to take other skills. Which I'm just like, huh. So there's a list of it. Poison Fang? So that's what that substance was coming off of them. But wait, there was... What does a poison do? it's a fast-acting poison that basically renders the person, oh, it renders them immobile while they basically are taking a, I see, quick death. Now, what's with the creatures, I mean, these wolves? Huh? Oh. They just have a crush and draw? Basically, their jaw attack basically allows them to... Huh. And unique sensing. Weird. They weren't lit that in solo leveling. A webcomic. Yeah. So, basically, I literally just turn that off, and I'm like, alright then, let's see how far I have to go. But first, I should probably get a few more skills here. I don't want to be attacked from behind. I have to use chaos, well, time stop again. I don't have a chaos emerald. But technically, I think that maybe there should be one around here. I mean, they're bringing stuff here. Wouldn't the chaos emeralds be here? Or there's a skill I basically just bought randomly that I didn't even realize it said have full mastery chaos control without a chaos emerald, or be similar to the master emerald. Well, it doesn't really matter. I won't check that out now. So I basically looked to see about basically I go Marvel list. As they say, it shows all the Marvel characters I know. As I'm like Spider-Man. Basically, it goes into Spider-Man, and I'm like, oh, which I do not own the name of or anything to do with it. Marvel does, but yeah. Anyways, I'm like, okay. So what's the first skill that I have to buy to go down the list? Oh. Get spider abilities automatically will unlock. Okay. But no organic webs. For right now, I guess, huh? Well, if I want to swing like a spider, I guess I'll have to basically make my own. I don't know the formula, though. Wait. Oh, there's a skill for organic webs. That costs... Holy cow, that costs 15 million? But that's... oh... It's literally put inside... Okay. Yeah, my body's literally making it, so that's basically changing me physically. Oh, that may hurt later. So basically, though, characteristics of a spider, that's basically the first skill. And so, I get basically the spider sense, speed, agility, strength. I get that add on. And basically, though, it is basically saying the whole entire organic webs is a physical change in my body. So it will eventually, I will have to get it, and I basically look at points. It's going up steadily, but it's not the time to get them right now. I just sigh and be like, all right. So, should I get the flashes? No. Probably not right now. So basically I just run off. And I want to say this. By the time I get to the dungeons, near the end of it with I basically, you will not believe this. I literally put all my sensing ability to the max as I could. But I also did put a couple more points into... Okay, so by the time I get to it, I probably would have, since I already leveled up like 3 to 6 times from the goblins and wolves. I think I leveled up about like 3 to 6 times, probably 6, and I basically had 18 altogether on that one. So I kept on going after and killing the monsters, which I faced monkeys, basically raccoons, a bear, 2 or 3 bear ones, which were like higher level than me. They're like level 50, not level 50, but level 35 as a test, and even though I was low level, my attacks hit hard. Basically, like, I just punched one of them into another, then basically just threw a rock at them. And, they just died, and I basically used Predator, basically to see what I can get, and I'm like, holy crap! These guys had Freaking air slash? How's that even possible? Is that like a Pokemon move? What? Oh no, did I just kill Pokemons? No, they didn't look like any Pokemon I knew. Just that little funny moment I would have because of that, and like, oh man, they even have called Frenzy? Huh. I can use this to just, I can use this to basically have my enemies attack their allies. Nice. Man, some unique skills I'm getting from here. So, basically, I just, you know, just to name some stuff. I mean, from the monkey ones, I didn't really have anything useful. I mean, just an extra agility and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't get anything else besides skills, not their characteristics. But I can morph into them. So yeah, so by the time altogether, I was like from level 1, 3, or then like someone from level 10 up to level 23. I'm like, okay, for our E rank gate, whoever made these monsters strong, they made them strong. I think I'm under level, but there is no more spawn rate. I ran through this dungeon about 3 to 4 times already, from basically the beginning to the end. Not even any hidden things here, but wait, will I actually start getting keys and such? But why does it seem like though my inventory with my ring doesn't hold anything in it, even if I try to put it in? Oh, it's the... Okay, that makes more sense. It's basically... It was from that world, only that world. Oh, I got multiple inventories. Great. So, I basically, though, was looking at my stats. Based on my sensing, I can't even tell if the monster's strong or not. And it's only 98 now. Okay, so I have about 18, 19. Oh, I put like 18 plus 10 up to 23. Give me a minute. Okay, I just went back, did my math. I was technically wrong. So, yeah. I basically put around 40 points into sense, and the rest went into strength and vitality. So, 210 in strength, 210 in vitality, 203 intelligence, and 200 in agility, plus 138 in sense. But the Spider Sense is more of a, a basically warning system. The agility for Spider-Man, I am going to have to try to figure that out. For now, it is only 200, but I probably would give it at least an extra, probably 20 more in, not 20, but extra basically 30 agility. The strength too, I will have to figure that out later. Probably when I am, after I'm done making this, I will figure it out. So yeah, but anyways. So I just sigh and I'm like, alright, let's go see what the heck is basically down there. Hopefully it's not a big giant snake like Sanju Moonface. Please, just a monkey. A simple, easy to defeat monkey. Wait, no. Lizard? Yeah, a lizard. Hopefully. So, as I get down there, I basically saying it had to be a snake. What I see is this. The snake is big. 3 times bigger than the one Sun Jin Woo faced because the area is a lot bigger. I noticed right away. And the snake is red. Dark shade red. And I even see the eyes look like they're orange and flamed. And I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Basically, with the gods, Luna's looking at Sun Jin Woo, and he goes, "What? You really think I was going to give him something I thought similarly?" She goes, "I thought you were going to give him the one with the, basically where you get the dagger with the basically bleed and basically paralyzed, and goes, no. That does still have it when he defeats it, but it's going to be adding a few, probably one more thing to it. But this one is basically stronger than that. It's basically a good chance to see if he actually can handle it just his basically stats alone. And besides, he just basically gave himself what's that character he calls again? Spider-Man? He goes, yeah, Spider-Man's strength, agility, reflexes, and all that. He goes, it was automatic. He goes, still though. She just sighs because she can't argue. So I'm like, okay. So it has not waken up yet. Let's just see. So based on how I basically is describing that the eyes was because it's looking at me, but it's like basically one of those times when they're sleeps. Basically, the eyes are open, which is sort of creepy-ish. So yeah. So basically, as soon as I basically take my first step in the water, it wakes. It just looks up at me, awake. I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. It just hisses and then comes or just does what a snake would do when it's about to lunge at you. It tries to do that. I basically just ran in their direction and dodge. I'm like, okay, have my daggers out, run after it, run at it, basically trying to hit it to see if I can basically go right through it. Nada. The dagger's technically chipped a little. I'm like, you got to be kidding. As I literally just jumped back when it was basically going to try hitting me with its head. Landing on the surface of basically a pillar, which I'm basically Kurama saying, how are you? Goes like, one of the skills is basically automatically chakra, basically control, Jonin level. Which was like, so you're just automatically, yeah, automatically can do this. Passive ability. You still have to train. I'm like, of course I'm getting basically furball. He's like, ugh, do you want me to help? He's like, yeah, but whatever. So, Snakes look at me and basically starts, moving, comes at me real fast, moving around the pillar. I'm like, oh crap. So I basically just run down it, basically dodge over the body of the snake, so then I can go forward and land. And I'm like, okay. So, I used multi-shadow clone jutsu, making around 50 of them. And I give them, basically I say, you already know what to do, guys. Yeah, so basically they do what, some of them basically using chakra, lightning chakra, basically trying to slash at it, which does work. Some of them even put in basically chakra enhancement into the arrows that they have, which hits but then poofs because it doesn't pierce it. One that basically pierces is, right through it because they put more chakra, lightning chakra into it. Into one of the arrows. Another one would try to use stone, which does do damage too. So while they're doing that, I'm basically on top of the roof, basically focusing, chakra into my hand after I basically would see the hand signs for this. As I do the hand signs, and then basically holding up my palm, basically, in the way I need to, as I'm on a wall, basically. Imagine Sasuke versus Gaara. Yeah. As basically, I'm probably thinking, okay, I know that I shouldn't be doing this, but I need every help I can get. So I literally have my Sharingan activated. And basically, I'm basically focusing my chakra to basically add in more power to it. I don't have unlimited chakra. It's as much as I have MP, basically. So, yeah. Which I didn't even write down how much MP I have. Crap. Alright, sorry about that. But basically, I'm just pouring a lot of chakra into it. And I'm basically just thinking, hopefully, I can handle this. Which basically Kurama just kind of scoffed and be like, believe me, if you have Naruto's freaking skills as I see, for your memories, that means you basically even have basically also have his basically chakra. It's like, so wait, does this also count with my age? It was like, technically, yes, but also no for you. It only gives you an amount of chakra up to basically Kage level. It's like, so that means Yes, a lot of chakra training for you. Like, okay, shut it. Let me focus. So meanwhile, I'm seeing the clones. Some of them basically doing some damage. The snake is getting wounded, and the thing is, one of them is basically hanging back just in case, which it basically gives me the thumbs up, and I just nod. So basically, right when the snake basically pounces on one of them and basically poofing it, basically I'm like, all right, here we go. So I run down at top speed. The snake hears me coming down. It looks and just hit basically slurs right at me about getting ready to jump at me. So what happens is I basically speed up to the point where sonic boom happens. Because I was still on the wall. Well, I was almost at the end of the wall, and then I boom, do a sonic boom, run at it, and I don't try. I basically want to try to get it on the side to kill it. So yeah, so right when I get near it, I would go turn to the left slightly, just not to, just so go a little bit around it, and then yell out "Shidori" as I'm literally piercing it from the side, ripping right through it, all the way till the end as it basically just dies, as I'm just huffing. But meanwhile, as everyone from the, Sword of Darkness and not Momonga, but Monma and Nabe, like Peter, Lucrat, Nanya, and Dying, basically even Hamsky are just waiting. Basically, Nabe is like, Momon, are you sure we should just let him go in there by himself? Shouldn't we go in after him? Basically, Momon's like, So he walks over to basically the dungeon gate and basically tries to put his hand in it, but he cannot because it basically hits his hand back, with basically sparks. Which she goes, Momon, are you alright? Basically, he goes, yes, I'm fine. But it seems like only he's allowed to go in these. Hold up. Okay, so basically, she's confused. Peter's like, what do you mean? He goes, I do not know what's the reason. But, have you ever seen anything like this before, Peter? He goes, no, I haven't. It's weird. But, hopefully he'll be alright. We just cut back to me with just sighing, basically, on a hill. I'm like, how much chakra did I use? You're almost on empty, kid. I'm like, great. You mind refilling me? He goes, sure. And basically, I could feel it, and I'm like, thanks. He goes, alright. Basically, I kind of see my level ups. Basically, me, and I basically am like kind of surprised. I'm like, is Sunjin Wu just trying to make me OP way more stronger than him before I become a Shadow Monarch? Oh yeah, to become a true Shadow Monarch, I'm gonna have to die. I think. I forgot then. I forgot what happens to him. So, let's see. I was 23, and now I'm up to around... I'm up to level 30? Man. Give me a minute. Okay, so basically I had 21 ability points. Well, status points, basically. And I put agility, I gave like 8, and I had 13 left, so I put the rest in intelligence. HP, 120... 1020, and MP 1559. So yeah, and I'm just kind of thinking, okay, does it even matter if I have MP? I mean, this does give me well, this does basically give me magic already, and I technically could already use magical spells. So this is solo leveling MP for this system. As I'm basically thinking. And then I basically look, and basically I just notice, oh, I got a new weapon. Huh? I didn't even realize the name of the beast. Basically it's called Blood Serpent? What the? Why is that? Okay, so it does a massive amount of bleed. It did a massive amount of bleed damage. 75% bleed damage. Wow, that's a lot. What? And 29% poison. basically each one person, even these, like, just to get this minute much poison, is around a 50-50 chance. And the paralyze is 100%. Okay. So, and this has a chance of affecting at least on low tier creatures for me, 100%, but anything higher, it has around a good 50. Makes sense. But what's the name of the blade now? Huh. So, I think it'll be kind of the same species of the snake, but at the same time, I'm not sure. So, give me a minute. I just need to basically try to. I just need to go back to my one of my previous notes I did. Give me a minute. Okay, so I came up with the name. It's something similar to it, but it's basically Barox. Wait, no, Yeah, Basically, I just kind of like. I just remembered basically it was Barukas. So basically, I just say Barax. No wait, I'm trying to say Bara. Bara. Yeah, just Baraka's dagger. Or something. I'll think of a better name. Or like Lurux. I just want to call it the Bloody Serpent's dagger. Basically, kind of see it and it's just like, huh. So, does also like give me basically extra attack and power. Hopefully. And, huh. A good 15%, 15 more attack and another 15 in agility. Okay, so basically, because of those pluses, 200 for 225 for strength and agility, 228. So yeah. Okay, so basically, I kind of noticed as I need the dungeon I will need to get out of because I kind of think it would start to start. I feel like it starts closing, so I'm like, oh crap. So yeah, I basically go as fast as I can. So, I want to say this. I kind of, as I say the gate's closing, I'm like, crap. So, I kind of speed up a little bit more. And, yeah, jump right through, basically. And basically rolled into the, from the jump out of the gate, basically. And just, back my head to the ground, rolled and land perfectly fine. I'm like, okay, how was I in there for? I just think Peter was saying, an hour? Like, okay. Okay, well, that was... Whew. You did not want to face that thing. Really, seriously, what was the... Well, basically, what, was the... In there, you're like, bats, weird-looking ones, wolves, goblins, a monkey? Creature? Thing? I don't know. Like, describe it, like, it had, like, long nails and basically a weird tail, like, two tails at once or something. I don't know. It was just like a whole bunch of stuff that I basically was fighting through. Basically, I go, so what's Momon and Nabe? Basically, Diane. Wait, not Diane. Diane basically says over there. Like, thanks. Well, it was basically, but how do you close it? Oh, it had to face a big giant snake. I think it was called the Bloody Serpent. Or something, like Bloody Serpent, Baruka, whatever. I'm just not in the mood. Basically, while I'm walking, I do look at the item, and like, seriously, weird name. I mean, seriously, just call it Bloody Serpent or something. But I guess Baruch, the stagger name for the whole entire solo leveling, it doesn't want. I mean, Sun Jin Woo doesn't want to copy it, or he might have basically combined two different snakes together. If he did, then it should have been a combination. Like, wait, Barukalis? Barukalis? Is that how you say the name? Or is it Baruchalista? Baruchalista? I'm just gonna call it Baru. Baruke. Bloody serpent. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, Baruke, bloody serpent. I'm calling this dagger. Who cares? So, I basically walk over to them and I'm like, hey, it took me an hour. There's just a lot of monsters to basically kill. Basically, when Momon looks over at me, it's like, I see. It's like, yeah. So, let's get back to Rentel. He's like, right, we spent enough time here. It's basically getting dark. I'm like, yeah. But he goes, by the way, why were you the only one to be able to enter? I'm like, wait, what? He goes, you didn't know? He's, no. Wait, you tried to enter? He was like, yes. It seems like I couldn't. Which I'm thinking to myself, so these are only for me then. But since I have this then, will the other monarchs be coming here? I'm thinking. I have to worry about that later. So after basically, that and the traveling, nothing really happened. So we do kind of go over to basically the gods, where they're all just watching. He goes like, I thought he wasn't gonna make it out of there, man. Just like evil god saying that, which basically, just Sun Jin Woo is basically just smiling. He goes, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even notice. But I mean, he does have a point. I should have just named it that. But he also basically does have a few things. The sprint ability was unlimited, it seems like. And, well, how should I say this? I think he basically he does got bloodlust, but he doesn't know it. Interesting. Which he just sees Luna just going back to her domain, he just sighs, and everyone else is leaving too, so basically he leaves. Some of them are basically thinking of gonna need to think of a plan, what to do. So yeah. So I want to say an hour to maybe a day or so later. Yeah, a day later because it took 2 days. We do get back. I just need to do something real quick. So yeah, okay, so yeah, it took us 2 days to get back. Meanwhile, I basically saw that I technically gained sprint, advanced dagger, and critical. It doesn't say nothing, it just says critical all. So everything that I do, if I basically use this skill, like a punch or something, be a critical. Like, that's different from basically Sun Jin Woo. So I guess I am getting my own skills. Is I also look at basically the solo leveling, how far I have until I'm ready for the job class, which I'm just saying to myself, you're like, it doesn't go exactly the same way, I think. And that means I'm going to have to buy another dagger. Well, doesn't matter. So yeah. So, I would say basically Nave is like, or basically normal Gamma is literally talking to me more. Just out of basically trying to find a weakness. So, she would just see me just sitting away from everyone during the night, basically keeping watch. She goes, so you do not sleep? He goes, nah. I have trouble sleeping sometimes. It's just one of those nights. Just interesting. So, she kind of looks over and like, you can be yourself. Alright. How has an insect like you become so powerful and what's so special? He goes, special? I'm a nobody. That's all I am. Just some random nobody that got a chance to be lucky on something. No offense, but my luck is BS. She goes, I see. Is there anything else? She goes, are you trying to start a conversation with me? She goes, no. Basically, I look over at see Momonga, basically Ain's far away. I'm like, say, Nave. Or should I just call you Gamma? She goes, Gamma will be fine for be fine for you. Alright. Don't have to act so hostile towards me on that. She just basically stays quiet. I'm like, so, I got a question to ask you. If just in case of something, if I asked you for help, would you ever help me? She goes, no. I'm like, seriously? Just right away, didn't even think about it? She goes, of course. I'm loyal to Nazareth, not to you. I'm like, not. So you're basically thinking I'm asking you, wow, to betray Nazareth? Heck no. I'm asking if I need help. She goes, huh? Yeah. If I need help, would you basically come to me, basically, and assist me in something? That's all. Not asking you to basically be my servant or something. I mean, I could technically turn you into one, but that would be more of a line from a different thing going on, a different system than this world's. She goes, this world's like, you know, what you basically know from Idrisil. She basically pauses and thinks about what she's gonna say. She goes, I see. So you have something only unique to yourself? He goes, yeah, you can say that much. He goes, alright. What happens if I said I would? What would I gain out of it? Well, I guess anything I can help you out to get. Information, an item, basically, heck, even basically from, I guess, weird creatures are be coming here soon. So be ready on that one. She goes, huh? I just signed, be like, okay, as a sign of good faith, there's some things that are gonna happen. Remember when I said that useless goddess? She just nods. He was like, well, no. She goes, I heard. He goes, yeah, well, wasn't originally from here, so I was brought here. Or, well, told I basically was given a chance to be here. She goes, I see, and that's how you got into Nazareth? He goes, yep. Had no choice in the matter. Was randomly put there. Kind of a lie, but, She's like, huh. He goes, yeah, so basically, let's just say this. Because of this, and what my unique thing I have only to myself, like what you have with your unique, basically, stats and stuff, well, I may or may not be, or shall be targeted by some other gods. Basically. She basically eyes one goes, for what? Entertainment, to see if I can live or die. See if I can basically push through. The usual stuff. She goes, that's kind of brutal and horrible, I know, but hey, it's just something I have to deal with. I was warned this may happen. But if I get too powerful, I became noticeable, so it's gonna happen to me. She basically just looked at me and goes, like, how are you taking this so easily? He goes, I got so used to my own BS that I'm literally kind of, just used to it happening. But this actually, I kind of knew the risk ahead of time, so I prepared myself for this. She goes, so that means that weird dungeon gate. Yep. The weird dungeon gate was basically my own, you could say, taste of what's going to happen. So basically, she slowly nods. So, in a way, if I never need your help, assistance, would you actually help me? She decides to be like, okay, maybe I would, just to see what can happen so I can basically tell Lord Imes about it. He goes, that's understandable. So, it's a deal? I basically put my hand out, she just looks at me and goes like, there's nothing gonna happen, I swear. She just sighs and basically grabs my hand and shakes it. Goes, but what is this deal? Basically, I just say, well, if I ask you for help, and you're allowed to tell the information of what the creature we fought to Lord to Ainz. And basically, you're able to, if there's anything that you can keep from it. Heck, I even let you take the dead body back to it if it's actually still alive. Well, I mean, still there. There's some creatures that basically will just disappear. So, she nods in understanding. She goes, thank you. He goes, it's equal exchange. You help and I give you something out of it. So basically, when she leaves, I go back into the solo leveling system, and basically I go back into the items, and I basically see a key, and I see a D rank key. I'm like, another dungeon. Wait, would I have also gotten something else from it? And then I kind of look, and I don't see. Wait, where's basically the muscle, or that poison that basically reduced muscle? Huh. Hmm. Well, it also gave because I really want like that poison immunity. Hmm. Maybe if I use Predator, I'll gain it. Oh well. So basically, I mean, when I was basically trying to sleep, 3 hours later, all of a sudden someone appears, not right next to me, but, in another branch above me, and I basically hear her voice. It was like, "Can't sleep?" I literally just sigh, be like, "You're the second person to ask me that." So I basically get up and just look. Basically, she's, you know, in the tree. Basically, I just jump up, onto that branch. I basically see her. I'm like, "So, how do you enjoy the show, Luna?" She just started worrying. He goes, "Huh?" I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen so soon. The other gods. Basically, I'm like, I bet. So, what happened to the Sun Jin Woo? I'm like, mm-hmm. Man, that kind of sucks. I have to basically make my own skills, huh? She goes, yeah. Basically, she says, that he came to visit me afterwards. He wanted me to give you something. He goes, huh? So, she basically holds up a bag. I'm like, is this the same thing that he used basically to get poison resistance? She basically nods. And basically also basically reduce muscle, if I remember correctly. I'm like, huh. Alright then. So basically, I'm like, I better have to, eat it, so that's what I do. And I'm like, ugh. There's a little puff cloud after I eat it. Basically, like, yep. No, it was dry. She just starts giggling. Basically, I do see then poison resistance. I'm like, huh. I mean, might have been different. She goes, well, since basically you're fighting a snake, he basically just combining two things together. I'm like, ah. So, anything else I need to know? She's like, I had a visitor of a friend. I'm like, that's nice. Well, sort of. As basically, she goes, if you remember that anime you watched called Demanchi? I'm like, yeah, what? Oh. Oh. Please don't tell me. Freya. I'm like, just tell me what happened. So, basically, flashback. So what happens is, when Luna enters her basically domain and her place where she, was watching from, she basically sees someone her on her throne. And, well, who she sees is, she goes, Freya. She goes, hello there, old friend. How have you been? She goes, I'm good. You? He goes, well, I heard there was a summons of all gods, and I didn't understand why. And, well, to think what I saw was quite amazing, I must say. Because she's basically, Luna's thinking, oh, I know I'm friends with her, and some people say I could have a tendency to act like her, but why? So, he goes, I see, so, the mortal. She goes, uh-huh. That I heard you basically put in that world. So, I was actually amazed to see what he was able to do. He has a lot of potential, don't you think? And basically Luna nods. You basically gave him a chance, and that's what's shown. A chance he's able to prove. So, I wanted to ask a question. She goes, Luna's like, what is that? He goes, I'm thinking about getting permission from the gods, well, every other god, to at least give him a way to enter into, basically, my world. You're still allowed to watch along with everyone else, but the fact is, he will come, basically, where I mean, meet him personally and talk to him. In which she's thinking, oh no. She was basically, Freya Carey saying, she goes, no, not in that. Not for that. More like, I want to see his reason for getting strong and why is he, how should I say, going down this, path that you put him on. Instead of, well, how should I say it more clearly? instead of basically fighting against you, Luna just sighs and be like, he has multiple routes, almost to a level of infinity, which that kind of shocks Freya. He goes, I basically told him he can do whatever he wants, and everything he does could always have a different outcome. The fact is, he just follows basically the story so far of the world, is proof that he knows, well, he may not know it, but he could. He already has a plan to basically do it. To set things not in stone, to basically alter the world's basically story to his own benefit. Which Freya is like, looking at her in shock, but then smiles. She goes, so he could also do that in my world then, to cause a little of, basically Luna says, chaos. She just nods, Freya. She goes, I'll even talk to the gods in my world to see. I want to see how he interacts with basically Loki, or Hestia, or even that one person. Which I just think, Luna just nods. So, and she goes, and also, you want to see if he can basically help Belle out more, don't you? She just kind of chuckles. She goes, I want to see which potential is greater, his or Belle's. But you do realize he will have multiple different systems of other worlds that are, well, like what we do. She just nods, but is like, trust me, I can only limit so much. He knows a lot. Which Freya just kind of, grins at that and goes, well, tell him I say hello and I would love to meet him. As she basically leaves Luna's domain, she just sighs and then she sits down on her throne, but then Sun Jin Woo comes over. She goes, Jin? Why are you? He goes, I'm only here to give you something. I made this specially for him. With some items I have. She goes, huh? He basically throws a bag and she catches it. She goes, what's this? He goes, that's to help him to get poison resistance. If he basically gets hit by a couple more basically creatures and such, or he gets to a level, that will upgrade to poison immunity. She goes, alright. And also reduce basically his muscle mass when growing if he trains. So basically it will stay the same size. She was like, what? He goes, yeah, technically if I remember correctly, it's been so long. I just went with basically the powder I got from that, like the same time. I got from that snake. It took a while to find the ingredients, but I found it. She was, alright, I'll go tell him. Why do you look exhausted? Freya. That's all Luna says, and Jin's like, I get it. See ya. He just leaves. So basically he goes, and that's it. He goes, huh. Am I even allowed to go into our dimensions? To leave this one? She goes, yes, technically. I'll get a notification, I'll tell you. He goes, you mean you'll just get a message from them? Uh-huh. How many gods have watched me fight so far? She goes, some Greek, Norse, evil gods from anime. Huh. Some minor tier gods. Okay. Sun Jin Woo. Understandable. I mean, he's Shadow Monarch, but, And me, that's it. He was great. Well, that means if Freya was watching, that means the Damanchi gods were watching too. This is gonna be fun. Anyways, thanks for letting me know, Luna. I basically pat her head, and she basically just smiles. And she goes, just get some sleep, alright? I'm like, I'll try. Night. She basically disappears, and, I just, go to the, basically where the tree branch is attached to the tree, and just start falling asleep. I think Ainz would have basically been talking to Nabe, what Narbol about it, about, what I told her, and, he basically says, this is happening, then, it seems like this is a good idea. He goes, yes, we could also help Nazareth basically become stronger then, which he does not, basically, though. He goes, but that depends on the creature, he may not let us, so be wary of this, Nabe. She does nod. She goes, yes, my lord. Anything else I should worry about? He goes, well, he's not our ally or friend. So, I'll just be wary of him at times. She does say, right. So after that, we do arrive at the city, and, Hamsky Nabe, Momon, go leave to the guild to register, while me, everyone in basically the Sword of Darkness and Neferion. Wait, not Neferion. Neferia. Yeah, there we go. I kept on saying Neferion for some reason. Neferia. Basically, go to his shop. So I want to say on the way, while there's like no one around, hey guys, I just got something to say real quick. Which, basically they're like, huh? I'm really sorry what I'm about to do. Like, wait, what you, as all of a sudden just speed blitz and knocked everyone out. Which basically Neferia, it's like, what? Why did you? As I like, trust me, you'll be glad I did this. As I literally make shadow clones. About five of them to protect them. And then I basically look at basically wood clone style. And like, seriously? They literally give me, I literally got bloodlines too? Well, I mean, I do technically have the Sharingan, but the bloodlines, I technically have them. It's everything from Naruto I know. Yeah, everything I know, basically. So, wood style. I would technically unlock a few of them. Not a few wood styles, not really high tier, just wood clone, basically wood dome, and wood prison. So, basically, I do the hand sign, and then I say just do wood clones, or just say wood clones, basically. As I would say the proper amount of wood clones, so the 4, and then basically I have them morph into who they are. I'm like, alright, you know the deal, take their stuff and let's get going. Which they nod. And I basically look at the clones, those shadow clones, like, protect them. I give you enough, basically, chakra to knock around some people and get hit, okay? They just nod. And then basically, after basically I come back, you'll have to go into the forest and train on chakra control. Water walking, tree walking, whatever you can do. And then nod again. So, Neferia is like, you'll see why, and I want to apologize to you. He goes, huh? What do you mean? What's about to happen has to happen. Alright? So he just, we kind of go, he was like, what's going to happen? He goes, you're going to be taken because of your unique ability to use magical items. Without basically any training or such. Which his eyes wide. He was like, for what? He goes, an undead army. But don't worry, someone will basically come and stop it and save you. Momon. Alright? He does not slowly. He was like, and what about you? I can't prevent this from happening. Besides, there's someone who needs to die. He goes, who? A woman named Clementine. She would have killed everyone in the Sword of Darkness. And at least took her time with one of them. Which his eyes were wide behind his bang. He goes, seriously? And I just nod again. He goes, I see. I understand. He basically tightened his grips around basically I forget what you call it, what you have that basically what the horse is connected to when they kind of hit it and go like tell them to move forward or such. But it's leather, so basically that leather handle grip for the horse, to tell him to move. He's like, am I gonna be harmed? He goes, I honestly truly don't know, but you'll probably go crazy, but it should be fixed in time. Alright? He just chuckles, and I'm like, what's wrong? I guess you're mad at me. He goes, no. You're trying to save people, but even knowing this, you're basically also telling me I'll be safe. What's the outcome of this? He goes, you'll see Henry a lot more. Which his eyes widen. He goes, seriously? He goes, I go, uh-huh. He goes, so this is why you're not, stopping it? He goes, that and you're kind of needed there. Alright? Again, I'm sorry. He goes, it's alright. I sort of understand, but, promise me something. He goes, yeah, what is it? You protect them. They're good people. He goes, And I just kind of just, looking forward and just saying, yeah, I'm not part of them. But I want to at least keep them alive. Which he does, he basically does smile at that. So basically, everything will go exactly the same. But the thing is, I would technically make a clone of, use a shadow clone myself and literally, well, no. Yeah, make it a shadow clone. Give it a lot more chocolate, take more than one hit, even almost a life. Only thing that can kill it now is a life, threatening kill. So, yeah. And I tell him basically, we'll meet again after this. Alright? He goes, right. I basically shake his hand, basically, I'm saying, again, I'm sorry. It's no problem. Besides, at least you gave me some, you're telling me the truth. I just nod. So, basically, I kind of start walking away, and then everything would happen the exact same. The clone does poof, and I basically would, kind of remember Clementine's face when, she was smiling, but when, it's just gone, let's just say, she was mad, really mad. She didn't understand what's happening, so she kind of just took their time with no one and just killed everyone in the end. So basically, I was walking to the direction where the adventurer guild was, when I would see Momonga, Hamsky, Nabe, but not Momonga, Ainz, Nabe, Narwhal Gamma, and his grandmother, Lisa, basically walking over. He's like, basically my Momon's like, Zero. He goes, come on. He goes, huh? Basically, we kind of just go back and we go to the actual place of the basically pharmacy where they would kind of see the bodies, but the grandmother's like kind of shocked. And I go, Liza, Liza. I'm just gonna say that. Do not worry, they're not real. And you're like, huh? And then all of a sudden they turn into, I say clones. They basically get up and they stretch. Like, man, we had that dad. They even tried to use his magic on us. They took him. He's like, got it. You guys can basically go out and then, he goes, right. Basically, clones basically drop their items and, go and turn to grass on the basically concrete, which Ainz and Nobril is looking at me as I just sigh, just like, make another clone, and I literally say, alright, tell the clones to basically come back here. Come with with the people in the shadow of darkness. Which he nods and basically, poof, but release himself. So a couple minutes later, they basically come over, which everyone's confused. I literally go to Nanya's bag and take her book and literally give it to Ainz, like, put that in your item storage. He's like, why? He goes, trust me. He's right. So he basically does that, and then basically I look over at basically Lisa, basically I'm like, listen, your basically grandson was taken by some people that are trying to basically use him for something. Alright? My mom will basically help you if only he can get something out of it. Everything. He goes, and what about you? He goes like, I'm not equipped enough for it. I'm making up an excuse, but I'm saying just so. And basically, I would take this deal because you have to get a stable living area. All right. She goes, well, you goes, just trust me on this one, old lady. She goes, fine. I'll hire you and I give you everything I own. Just save my grandson. Basically, and also if you don't notice, as opposed to point to the sword of darkness, and their basically plates are gone. Goes, try those. She has them. Basically, just walking away, leaving, them all curious. Which basically, Momo's like, how do you know that? He goes, I just look over, goes, trust me. And that's what I do, just leave. So I look over and I will say, I have a few minutes. if I move fast enough, I could probably get back here from the capital of Riestes and basically back here in basically a couple of minutes. So I basically just kind of walk and then just start jogging and then just run normally over back to the kingdom, the capital. I would say it would take me at top speed 15 minutes. So yeah. Basically I get to the capital of Erestes basically. Run up the wall out of it and then see the Vigilant Castle and run over to it. And well, I basically when I get there, I will see how many MP points I have. I'm over at my top MP point, my E points were basically not MP points, but E points were basically just 25 million. I have over 55 million, and still growing. So I go 56. Man, I'm getting these fast, faster than normal. Seriously, is Luna really that worried about me? Doesn't matter. Basically, I go over to the thief stats from the game thief, and then basically I see them all. I'm like, huh. Sleight of hand. Basically, you can tell what's more valuable than others. Man, this seems just all about stealing. And basically, it's more stealth. So, take it all. As I get all of that, then I go into Dishonored. And I, okay. This is something I'm gonna need. Alright. So basically I'm basically from 55 and then 56. I basically only spent like nearly 1,000. That was it. Only like 1,275 points. And Dishonored. I basically just market the outsider. 79,000. Basically, I get it. And yeah, it burns. Basically, I would say he would appear. Goes, how interesting. The person who I heard about, who basically could take anything from video games, anime, manga, TV, movies, actually knew about me. Like, you already know that, outsider. I just look at him and was like, of course I did. I've been keeping an eye on you since you came here. You're becoming an interesting fellow. So I will allow you to basically use the power. And everything will work exactly the same. But every upgrade will cost a little bit more. So no bone charms, nope. Everything would be decided by your points. The blink, though, is going to be a natural free thing for you. Like, huh? Every time I look, it basically is just like already unlocked. Like, good day to you. And he just leaves. And like, blink. How many? I can upgrade this 5 times? So it costs about 900. Next one will be 1,990. Alright. Let's just get this up to like 4 times at least. And that's what I do. Spend a little bit more, then basically I'm like, okay. So next one should be Dark Shadow Sight, I believe. Get that up to like level 3, and that's it. Alright, wait. Maybe I should use... There's that chameleon technique. There's so much I need to even get in there. I only have minutes. Okay, you know what? As I say, go say spells. I really see through them. See, like, this whole time magic tree. Basically, I'm like... any spell to do with stealth. Basically, it just shows that. Okay, first one is Silent Step. Can last up to like 30 minutes to an hour. Next is Stealth. Completely silent. Makes yourself invisible. Combine this with basically Silent Step, it basically can make you undetectable. Well, with my ninja skills, I should be having enough, but I need to be cautious though. Can deactivate as long as I want? Alright then. Can be cast multiple times. Great. So I literally just buy those 2. Then I basically look, then I go, perfect copy. And I literally just grin at that. I get it up to like 3rd level, I can make perfect copies of anybody now, along with them magical items. So, now then, let's get going. So I basically run over to the castle, basically use silent step, and basically then I also then basically cast invisibility. So I would say when I basically do this, I jump on top of a building, then jump off of it over the wall of the castle, and just then easily run basically up to the castle, just jump on it, and literally actually start crawling like the spire, because I forgot to say spire crawling would be part of it. So yeah, start crawling up the wall. I would say that she's talking. Princess Renair is basically talking to somebody right now. As well, she basically would do that is basically say it's a knight with blonde hair, and I would say brown eyes, and I basically would hear her say basically climb. She goes, "Thank you a lot, Climb, for helping me today." He goes, "No problem, Princess Renair. I'll help you out any way I can." So basically, after that, she basically, he closes the door and she goes into another room. Me, I basically would kind of see there's a latch. I literally use a dagger and literally unlock it, because it's one of those latches that go over. So I basically have it, go, basically come off of it, then basically get in and put the latch on. So basically, I would kind of like want to go over real quick to an area, because I would probably think there's a desk full of stuff. So she basically would come out of the room and basically, probably go to her dresser and just start working on hair. Me, I go over to that door where I remember she would basically decode everything. So, because of future episode where she does. And I was thinking, okay. So I basically go over to the door and slowly open it and, close it. And basically, she would not have noticed it. So, I basically see it. I see a whole bunch of books. So I go over, basically use shadow sight, and I would go see around as I would just see something in the desk, in a drawer. So I would go over to it, and basically, I see no opening, so I think secret compartments. So I basically just open up the drawer, take it out, and it was just some papers, put down the desk, and see a book. Basically, then I take that out, put it on the desk, put it back in the drawer, back in the place, as then I basically see it, plans for the future. And I just kind of open it, and it's literally just plans on how she can, plans she has. How to basically take down people who are making fun of Climb. Basically how people are basically, she basically can work to basically marry him, to the point where even betraying the castle, betraying her kingdom, just to be with him. And I'm just thinking, not that smart. Smart enough to hide it, but not smart enough to actually think someone will be able to find it. Of course, though, I am a literally BS card for her and everyone here. Basically, I put it into my storage. But I would probably, basically go back at the drawer, look, like a few documentations to actually from other nobles. So, I kind of put those, I kind of just look at them, I don't see them as important, but they could be. So, yeah. So then I kind of just like, we kind of use more of my sight, and just nothing's there important. I'm like, well, this has a whole entire list of things she can do, and it's like, would probably even the last couple pages have people she got rid of. So I would kind of go back over into the room, open the door, keep it silent. But then she is writing down the book that's near her, basically where she is at her dresser, place with the mirrors, and says, she goes, just another person down, so that way they can't make fun of my Climb no more. Now, how would I get rid of the body? As I'm just thinking, oh, heck yeah, this is going to be easy. So legit, I go over, and I take out, basically, the Bar K's blood serpent dagger. and basically I just have her neck coming out of invisibility. She's actually sees it and sees my eyes glowing. She goes, "What the?" And like, shh. You scream, you die. You even try to move an inch, you die. So you basically kill people, princess, for what? A little basically pet of yours? I mean, you have a nice couple of things here. It'd be a shame if you have to die right now. And basically, I mean, I have your life in my hands, but you can say something. She goes, "What are you here for?" I dropped to steal some stuff and gain some information from you. But I just prefer to double cross my employer. So I just basically stole a couple of things from your castle. But if you don't say nothing now, basically I kind of make my point even going closer to her neck with the blade. Like, so, I'm gonna leave and you're not gonna say nothing. You're not gonna try to do anything until I'm gone. And basically as my eyes start going a little bit bluer, I'm like, do you understand? She basically just nods. She's basically thinking, how can I let someone like this get so close? Basically, she's basically thinking of a whole lot of strategies. As I slowly move basically a blade away and start to go back to invisible, as I literally just disappear from her sight, she immediately runs out of the room, basically, and going to where Climb is. She's even telling some guards, as I'm already out the window, I basically just already jumped out, and using basically the mark of the outsider to blink to a building and land on it. And I'm like, okay, how much time do I have? Because I kind of look up where the moon is. I'm like, so I just jumped back down and just ran at top speed. Don't care if it makes sonic boom in the capital. Yeah, I just ran all the way towards back to it. By the time I get back to where Irantel is, in the basically the actual tomb, basically essentially where all the basically cemetery is. I basically just get there where basically Narble's getting there, because but technically Narble's walking over to Clementine's dead body, as I'm like, crap, so I basically move as fast as I can, find her magical daggers, that basically have a point to it, not a blade, so I go like, daggers, weird ones, at least have magical properties to it, this is one that I've wanted, so I literally go over to it, kind of basically turn her around, and see the items are basically in there. Well, not in there, basically on the floor. I literally go over and put them back in the holster, and I literally take it off of her and literally say, "Perfect copy." And it literally just appears in my. It was in my left hand, so that copy appears in my right hand. And basically I'm like, seeing it. Basically I'm like, magic. As I basically see on the screen, I go, all appraisal, or just appraisal magic. If we have any. So basically it's like appraisal. Max appraisal, all appraisal. I'm like, nice. Wait, why the heck I have all appraisal? Oh. Huh. I guess I have some magic from Overlord? I have to talk to Luna about that. So basically, right after I basically put it around put the daggers down on the ground, I basically strap it around my waist and such. So basically, Narble's basically, and I see her in full outfit. She goes like, "Oh, you're here." I'm like, "Hey, hello." I just waved to her casually. Which Hamsky's like, just seeing me. He's like, Hamsky, not he. I mean, she just seeing me like, "You are here." Well, you are here, Moment. Why is that? Hamsky wants to know. I'm like, "Oh, easy. These." As I've literally just pointed to the blade, the daggers on the ground. I'm like, just basically had them around my waist so she sees. She was like, "How?" I was like, just magic. Don't worry." Anyways, that's all I wanted from here. I'm going. As I just start walking, and she was like, "Is there?" I mean, she basically wants to tell me, but I go like, they're a copy of version of it. They're basically the same durability, strength of it. Don't worry. Those are the real ones. She goes, "Did you just wait for us to basically do your dirty work for you?" I was like, I stopped and I looked back. I was like, it was supposed to happen this way. I just basically prevented some people from dying. Good people. That's all. So I mean, I just leaving. Hamsky's like, should we go after him? So if so, I shall do it. Which Narbro Gamma says no, we shouldn't. We have to follow Lord's eyes and take all the gear. Which Hamsky goes, you're right, and I shall do it. Basically, see, that's what they do. Me, I'm basically walking away out of basically the cemetery, jumping over a wall, and disappearing into the alleyways, getting back to my home. I'm like, I really need to make a freaking secret base. Security system. Do I even have enough for the gates of Babylon then? I look over and, I do. But first off, I basically go back into my, I go into the inventory of the ring, and I basically start going through more of the book. I'm like, yep, I was right. First glance when I saw, these are plans to get climbed on her, basically get him to basically be a loyal dog to her. Even basically writing notes on how, wait, this is her diary. Oh, crap. I forgot the book that she was basically also writing in. Crap! Literally said that basically she make a shot going, tell him to go do it. So, a matter of minutes, basically 15 minutes each, he's basically back. He goes, okay, I made a copy of it. She's like, seriously? He goes, yeah. We took one book, we can't let her know we had took over it. Good idea. So basically, he gives it to me, and basically I look through it, and I was like, this is a kill list. And I look through it, there's like 4 to 5 pages full of it. Like, and she even wrote down what they were, mates. Huh. She has eyes and ears watching climb at all times. Weird. As I go back into the main book I was reading first, and I kind of look through it more, and seriously, even plans with other, basically, nobles. Huh. Well, she did basically plan, she already thought something right away with that one guy with his young son. So it wouldn't be impossible for her to actually plan this far ahead. Man. This is one crazy girl. Basically, though, it's also, wait. These are the people she killed. And these are the people she kept doing this. Huh. As I kind of look for more of the pages, basically, more notes, or basically more writing about how she's in love with him and such, and willing to do anything. Man. Yeah, I was right. This girl is crazy. But anyways, main focus. So, basically, hey, Luna. Out loud, she goes, and I hear her goes, yes? What's wrong? She goes like, hey, appraisal magic. He goes, oh, you figured that out? He goes, yeah. She goes, well, I want to tell you this. You don't really have any of the, of the abilities or skills from Ainz. I'm like, okay, but how do I... He goes, well, the thing is, none basically of Ainz abilities. I do kind of think if some of the Guardians could use appraisal magic, so I allow you to keep that to be all appraisal, even though Ainz used that only once. And I was like, oh, so because it's not anything besides appraising something. She goes, uh-huh. He was like, I see. So none of the Ainz abilities I can have. She goes, nope. I'm sorry. He goes like, that's fine. That would have been too overpowered. Thanks. She goes, no problem. I'll talk to you later then. He goes, yeah. So basically I kind of just sigh and be like, man, this is going to be a pain. But, now let's see. As I literally go back to upgrade, I'm like, alright. Hey, can you tell me if I have anything from High School DxD? Basically, it doesn't say really much. I don't have nothing of the Red Dragon Emperor, nothing, but it says Parage System. I'm like, wait, what? I can really make my own members? Which I did hear, see the description basically from it. Which I'm about to read, but then Luna basically, heard it. So she comes out, came back, she goes, wait, you just figured that out? So he was like, I kind of thought I could, but, technically have any powers from basically the Red Dragon, but no. She goes, yes, you have a Parage system. Basically, for right now, until you get something you have to go to that world and get something. I'm like, so you mean I have to go to that world to get a secret gear or something? She goes, yes, even learned the magic there. Huh. So, so I could really have my own parole. She goes, yes. So that means I have no king, but I have a queen, and then she goes, yes. Huh. Alright then. By the way, Gates of Babylon, she goes, 26,000, like 26 million. Alright, seriously? No, 55 million. And I look back at the points, and I literally don't have, I stopped at 57, I only have like 2,000 left. Well, 2,000 left. She goes, take it or leave it. I'm like, I'm taking it. So I literally get the Gates of Babylon. But the thing is, when I basically get it, my eyes do turn red. But the thing is, I see a whole bunch of skills that basically would give me only like statuses. I'm like, huh? She goes, everything else will be your own. I took everything else away basically. Since you're already strong enough, you basically have this. You have to get your own basically titles or status by legit doing things, doing a feat of something to basically get it. Where I will basically give you, well, let you unlock the skills for. It's like, okay, thanks. Just no problem. But don't think I'm basically just going to give you randomly, like, saving people. No, you have to do something like fight a dragon at for one thing. Like, seriously? Just, You're lucky you're basically allowed to have everything from in the Gates of Babylon. He's like, thanks. She says with a sweet smile, no problem, bye. As then she leaves, and I literally just sigh my head on the table. Well, sigh and then slam my head on the table, and then basically the clone's like, oof, that's rough. I'm like, shut it, just dispel. As he goes, yes, sir, and he does. I'm just gonna eat something and take a nap. I'll go to sleep. It's a long day. So, yeah. So, that's where I'm gonna leave it off, everyone. I hope you guys like it. Bye. Have a nice night, day, wherever you are.